Pep Guardiola has just been named Manager of the Year in the Premier League, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth because I feel like we've had a really good time of things at Crystal Palace so far. Getting Crystal Palace to 4th, I think last year, was maybe enough to put us in contention for a Manager of the Year title, but no such luck. City did win the league last year, to be fair, and they are top of the league so far this year, so maybe Pep does deserve it. We're in the January transfer window, of course, lest you forget. So we are potentially looking to sign a new centre-back in today's episode. Chris Richards is looking like he's going to be on his way to Manchester United. We start today with Brighton in the Premier League. We've also Aston Villa and Sunderland in the Premier League too, alongside 2 European games as well. So there's going to be a couple of simmers in here. 1 European, maybe 2 European, depending on how the first European one goes. But we are going to start with the derby against Brighton away from home at the Amex. Please do, as ever, of course, drop the video a like rating. I'd appreciate it very much. It helps push the content to new audiences. And if you're enjoying the content, then make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel as well. Come and join me on stream too. Twitch, Kick. Here on the YouTube channel, we stream on all 3 simultaneously. So hopefully you guys can come and join me in the moment and see all of the behind the scenes. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Brighton versus Crystal Palace here. Valencia will come to you later on this evening as well, of course. Episode 2 of Season 3 in that save. This in the midst of Season 2. And hopefully, whilst we're 4th at the minute, we could maybe get ourselves up into 3rd if results go our way. We know how potentially ruinous finishing 4th could be in game rather than real life after finishing 4th last year and only being in the Europa League. Thank you, Nottingham Forest. Right, Brighton away to begin, and then hopefully plenty of points on the board after that. And I have changed John Duran's wrist tape colour. Thank you. You can stop your comments about that now. Oh, we're getting the whoosh all the way down to the south coast. Amex is not actually anywhere near the centre of Brighton, but positioned the beautiful rolling hills of, I want to say Sussex, but I'm actually not sure what county Brighton's in. Regardless, stadium's actually quite impressive for a club the size of Brighton, but hopefully the result will not be impressive for a club the size of Brighton. Let's batter them. Brighton and Hove Albion in their 4-2-3-1 line-up at home with Bart Verbruggen in goal for them. Big long name at right back, Mincerelli at left back, Van Ecker and Boschali, Vifa and Baleba, Buonanotte, Ruter. On the left-hand side is Nuno Santos and then Evan Ferguson up top for them. We're at full strength for this one. Baleba's 84 rated and looks like a really, really good player, but we've got some particularly impressive players of our own and we're hoping to add some even more impressive players once Chris Richards' transfer goes through, and we'll wait and see what else happens in the transfer window. Chill Gini Ruter, that would have been disgusting had he pulled it off, but thankfully he didn't. Try and cut inside here and beat the defender. Ismail Assar took about 10 years to actually get that under control. Here is John Duran though, now with his Bordeaux wine red wrist tape to go with the home kit, as opposed to his bright yellow from his time at Al Nassr. I think it was Al Nassr we bought him from, wasn't it? Regardless, first attempt to attack doesn't go well. We have the best defensive record in the league. I believe that's our defensive record, not theirs. 21 games played, 16 goals conceded. And so far, you can see why we've got such a good defensive record, because they can't get anywhere near our backline. Amora, inside to Duran. Looking for Amora again, but Castilla does really well. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to create the first chance of the game yet. End-to-end, though, in this derby game. Of course, as I'm sure some of you are aware, it's not really that common knowledge, I don't think, that Crystal Palace and Brighton are massive rivals. Feels like a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a forced rivalry, considering there's not really anyone near Brighton for them to be rivals with. But there must be some sort of history to it. If there is, then by all means let me know in the comment section what the history is between Brighton and Palace. Nuno Santos trying a little bit of trickery. And again, they get to our defence, and then they get stopped. Sarr in behind, please be onside. He is, because there's an inexplicable number 21 there that's playing everybody on. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Defender that was absolutely nowhere for no reason. Ismail Assar, 10 goals in 20 games, 1-0 Palace. Gusto and Sarr try and leave Mincerelli behind, but he's read me brilliantly there. Birmingham 1, Manchester City 0. Now that is not a result you expected to see. Birmingham bottom of the table. Haven't checked recently actually, but they were something like 2 points from the opening 17 games of the season or something absolutely ridiculous. So the fact that they've gone 1-0 up at the Etihad is a real shock here. We'll wait and see if they're able to hold on to that. If they are, pretty remarkable. And actually, City dropping points could be huge for an unlikely title challenge for us and those chasing the blue half of Manchester. If results continue to stay as they are. Here's Buonanotte in the box. He's got support, although he looks like he wants to go solo. And very nearly, he scores a great goal. How's that for a ping? Apparently, it's only one shot apiece in that first half. Felt a little bit more action-packed than that, quite frankly. But regardless, we will plough on and see if we can't maybe create a second chance on goal. Score a second goal. Wharton with the 1-2 with Amora. Be a great start if it happens now, wouldn't it? Little dink. John Duran seemingly entirely uninterested in that, so no, we won't have a second chance. Ferguson, a nice little return to Gini Rutte. Here's Nuno Santos. Nearly caught him there. Was just trying to get in the way of anything that happened. Rutte, that was on its way in. That's a big save and an important save from Dean Henderson. Certainly, as you're well aware, not the first one he's made for this football club since we started this save. We'll go 1, then we'll go 2, and hopefully Moura's onside. More often than not, he's not. Cuts inside. Duran first time. Both goalkeepers making saves at the beginning of this second half. Nuno Santos into Mincherelli. And we're up. Diomande does well. He will soon have a new defensive partner, we anticipate, with Chris Richards' imminent departure and Lacroix probably dropping to the subs bench to make way for, hopefully, a calibre of centre-back that will take our defensive efforts up another notch. 20 minutes to go here. We still have a clean sheet at the moment, so clearly our defensive efforts aren't that bad at the moment, but obviously I think a large portion of that, a large fraction of that, is thanks to a certain Mr. Henderson in goal, looking for Sarr through the gap, and again, is it even the number 21 again? It is! Whoever that is has no defensive intelligence whatsoever. His awareness is minimal, as twice he's dropped deeper behind his defensive line, and we've punished them with this Myla Sarr. That'll be a win in the derby. Nicely into O'Reilly. Alright, nicely into O'Reilly. Spins brilliantly and dinks it in, and away by Diomande. Oh, it's a lovely touch by Buonanotte. And here's Ferguson. Lacroix doing everything he can to ensure that they don't get the chance, and he keeps his clean sheet, which he should do. Referee, please. Buonanotte. Yep, we have a 2-0 win away from home against the rivals, and we'll absolutely take that for not the first time in this save. Seagulls succumb to the power of the Eagles. We're very pleased about that. Chris Richards has decided he does want to go. Swapping Selhurst Park for Old Trafford. Squad football here or squad football there. Choosing, well, I would imagine, a larger contract over probably more playing time here at Selhurst Park at Crystal Palace. But £14.5 million goes into the bank balance. A bank balance that is pretty sizable already, quite frankly, isn't it? Sold 11.89725 going into the transfer budget, which obviously, as you might well imagine, is quite sizable. It was huge anyway. We now have a bug. We now have £199 million in the transfer budget. So we need to replace him, and we have a number of names on our shortlist that we're looking to potentially sign. So we have Daniel Vivian of Athletic Bilbao, Piero Hincapié of Leverkusen. His loan spell at Arsenal ended and they didn't trigger the option to buy. There's Alessandro Buongiorno at Napoli. Then a more left field option of Leonardo Balerdi at Marseille. And Mohamed Simakan lost in the wilderness of the Saudi Arabian desert. So we are probably going to start at the top of that list. Athletic Bilbao are currently 5th in La Liga and in the Conference League. And I'm pretty sure the draw of Europa League football, more than likely Champions League football next season, and Premier League football is going to be enough to draw Daniel Vivian away from Bilbao. So it's a real statement signing, but I feel like we're going to go and do this one. Their asking price is 91 million. What? Not paying that. I'll pay the 70 odd. I'd go up to about... I'd probably go up to close to 80, but I don't really want to be paying 90 odd. Really? He's valued at 59. I've offered you 65, and you're not even going to negotiate. You're just going to walk out. That's unexpected. Very unexpected. All right, Bilbao. Playing hardball, are we? Fine. We'll try again next week. We've got Europa League phase game against Malmö to get through then before we get that far. Riyadh is going to say, could I play? And to be fair, you actually can in this next one. This is going to be interesting. A couple of captaincy for the Malmö fixture, of course. I see, no. Why are you telling me to change my captain? I'm sure Adam Wharton at 87 rated and the importance that he has in the club. So he's fine to captain this game away from home against Malmö. So we're 16th at the minute in the group phase. And obviously, we definitely know that we need to be finishing top 8 to guarantee our progression through to the next knockout phase. But I'm not Oh, Wolf is back from his loan spell and he has only grown a couple. That's intriguing. I'd forgotten that he was out on loan only until the January window. I'm not going to make any other changes other than that, actually. So let's just hopefully get a win here. 3-1. Timber, Ezozuli and Uche, the two players I put into the starting lineup, both score, which is great. Now that win might not take us into the top 8, but certainly should get us close to. We're now in the top 3 in the Premier League, still 7 points off top, but only a point off Newcastle in second. And in the Europa League now, we find ourselves 12th and 2 points off the top 8. So we could even win the game against Lugano and still not make the top 8. But crucially, we are definitely going to be in at least the playoff round. So we'll go and play Villa. I think we'll sim Lugano and then we'll play Sunderland on deadline day as well. But I am going to try and get Daniel Vivian in, if I can, before this game against Aston Villa. I think I should be able to approach him now. I might have to wait until post-Villa, but we'll give it a go if it will let me. Please, can I have a go at getting Daniel Vivian again? Not yet. All right, fine. Let's go and play Villa instead then. Aston Villa playing a 4-4-2. They've still got big Matets up top for them. I've been bought him from us, but Emi Martinez is at the other end of the pitch. Backline looks relatively familiar apart from Ferland Mendy. The midfield looks relatively familiar apart from Alejandro Gamaldo. And the front two are relatively familiar other than Mateta. Although you are familiar with Mateta, obviously. Morgan Rogers is 86 rated. So going to have to keep a keen eye on him out wide on that right-hand side. We're playing, actually, Wolf for the first time. These are his stats, just to remind you. He's quite quick. In fact, he's 98 acceleration, 94 sprint speed with the boosts that he's getting currently from coaches and morale and form, etc. Not really great in any other stat, although his finishing and dribbling are significantly boosted. 64 short passing. We know he's got massive potential, though. I think 89. I'm pretty sure it was 89. I can quickly show you here. So if he doesn't perform for me, I'm very much wanting to send him back out on loan. 86 now, James Wolf. It was, I'm sure, 89 when we first signed him or first saw him in the summer. So I'm anticipating either he's going to be good and we'll use him, or he's going to be average AF and we'll look to loan him so that when we use him next year, he's good. By the way, that was my computer making the ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum, not yours. For those of you that have just gone, hang on, what's happening to my laptop? Concert stepping out of the back line. Concert was on the shortlist for a centre-back as a potential backup option before we found players like the Argentinian from Marseille and Buongiorno. That's a lovely ball through to Amora. We'll just lay this across to John Duran. Come on, Mr. Amora, you are better than that, mate. Morgan Rogers can't keep that in. I'm sure his manager will be saying, come on, Morgan, you're better than that. Amora uses pace now. Look for Duran, who's going to be underneath this. And it's a good header. But Emi Martinez is right behind it. And stuck in slow motion. Stuck on the spot. Emi! Earth to Emi Martinez. Are you alright, mate? Are you okay? Are you okay? Emi, what are you doing, mate? Good. Emi Martinez is broken. Emi Martinez is genuinely broken. Okay, well, it will be 0-0 at half-time. What in the world? He just caught the header. And now he's like, meh. It'll be 0-0 at half-time. And hopefully when we come back from half-time, Emi Martinez has been unglued from the spot. Because at the minute, he's bolted down. That's weird. Not seen that before. I'm just going to play it all the way back here just to see if Emi Martinez is still on the goal line. No, he's all right. He's okay. Emi has recovered. Someone mentioned in the comment section, or sorry, in live chat at the top, after I'd got to half-time, I could have just added a second controller in and just moved him manually. And absolutely, I could have done that. It didn't occur to me. Wolf with the cross. Not a bad one, actually. Amora nearly got there too, but it's smashed clear by the defence. Mateta's under this, but Lacroix wins the header well. Lacroix obviously potentially going to be out of the starting lineup soon with the arrival, or hopeful arrival. Oh, nice ball. Get there! Oh, big save, Emi. Was he offside? Was I offside? Someone was offside. Someone used a hand. Whatever happened, I didn't get the bloody goal. Gusto. Jones. Looking for the run of Wolf. He's about to come off the pitch, but he might be combining with John Duran first. Did that hit Duran's hand? It didn't, apparently. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, I can't believe that's gone there. Wasn't supposed to go there. Oh, I was supposed to go to Wharton first time. I tell you what, Duran, Wolf, Curtis Jones! Big save, Emi Martinez. He's not glued to the spot now. That's the second really good one-on-one stop. First one wouldn't have counted because of an offside or a handball, but that one's definitely needed stopping. Brilliant work by the Argentine in between the sticks. And now Villa are in behind with Alejandro Grimaldo. He's looking for Ollie Watkins square. He will find the Englishman. He's been forced backwards, and then Wharton stepped in well. Morgan Rogers, heavy touch. I nearly killed him. But we got the ball in doing so. Lovely football. Going to need to look for someone in the middle. I'm not going to be able to just get around and score from there. And in fact, no one's going to get around anywhere and score. Emi Martinez is the sole reason why Aston Villa haven't lost that game. Giant big arm from the 1v1. Unbelievable. It's a point only from a home game against the Villains. They are decent. They have a good side. But I feel like we should have won that one. But top quality individual performances can make the difference sometimes. And that certainly was a top quality individual performance from Emi Martinez. Lugano is the next opponent. We've received a bid from Liverpool for Ismail Assar. Right. I'm not sure I can reject that. Well, it depends what it is first. Liverpool are 5th currently, but only 4 points behind us. They bottled the league last year. They're in the Champions League now, and, well, quite frankly, they're Liverpool. Bugger. How much is it? What have you offered me? 34 million. Is that it? I know he's 28. How long has he got left on his contract? That might be swaying it as well. He's got 2.5 years on his contract as well. Obviously, I have to be open to the sale because of the nature of the size of club, etc. But with 2.5 years on his contract and in performing the way that he is, I want significantly more money than that, thank you. He's not going anywhere for anything less than 45 million. No. I'm sorry, but Ismail Assar is worth more than 10% over market value to us. So you're not having him for 34 million pounds. Not in today's market. Not when he's scoring an average a goal every other game in the Premier League. Right. Well, we've advanced a bit further. Should we try and sign a certain centre-back? Mr. Vivian. Or Mr. Bilbao manager. Is it Valverde? I can't remember who it is. What did I offer last time? 65 and they just walked out on me. 70. Are you serious? 65, you'll just walk away and not even negotiate. But 70, you'll just shake hands immediately. I do not understand some people. He's on £66,000 a week. That's baffling. Yes, you'll be crucial, mate. You'll start almost every bloody game for us. 4-year deal. Very much so. You can stay for as long as you like. No release clause. Not in Spain now. and how's £85,000 a week and a £750,000 signing bonus sound to you, mate? Oh, not good enough, apparently. £93,000 a week, £860,000 signing bonus, and he would like a clean sheet bonus of 1.25 million. Now, if it were realistic, or if it were real life, or if it were Football Manager, that wouldn't be a problem, because that 1.25 million wouldn't leave my budget until he got it. But because it's FC, that 1.25 million immediately comes out of my budget, regardless whether we do or don't actually keep the 10 clean sheets. But our budget has quite a pretty penny in it, so we're not in the position to be worrying about an extra fiver here or there. So Daniel Vivian is in. Now that is a world-class centre-back to lead this Crystal Palace backline forwards into the Champions League for next season. Right, well, Lugano are next, and we know that we're basically through. So we're through in some form. I don't think even if we win this, we make it into the top 8, unfortunately. So we'll just sim like this. We do get the win thanks to Uche. Unfortunately, Daniel Vivian was suspended for a game in European competition, so he wasn't able to make his debut there. But I guess that just means that he can make his debut now in the played game against Sunderland. We are 9 points off Manchester City at the top of the table after that draw against Aston Villa. And at the minute, it looks like it's really just a one-horse race with the way that City are going at the minute. There's also a one-horse race at the bottom end of the table, as Birmingham have 5 draws and 18 defeats, and they're yet to win a game at Premier League level. It's not going well for them. That record of 11 points for Derby is under threat right now for that Birmingham City side. We will not be selling anyone else at this stage. I am not planning anyway, unless we get a bid like that one for Sarr that we look to negotiate. So Riyadh is staying, thank you very much. He's not going anywhere for now. Been a good squad servant for us at this stage. Matches rescheduled, tournament prize money, but I'm not sure. Well, if matches have been rescheduled, then that means that we do have a playoff game, doesn't it? Because they wouldn't have been rescheduled yet if we weren't, or if we were in the top 8. So we've got Brøndby from Denmark in the playoff round of the Europa League. That's a winnable one, so hopefully we'll be all right to just breeze through that, and then we could just push on from there. For now, though, we're pushing on towards Sunderland away. Sunderland's side looks basically exactly the same as Sunderland's side did on match day 1, season 1. Robin Roofs in goal, Nordi Mukiele, Alderete, Ballard and Mandava, Reynildo, Xhaka holding with Talbi, Diarra, Siddiqui and Adingra, and Brian Brobby up top. Regis Lebris still manager as well. We've got a brand new centre-back signing playing today. Daniel Vivian makes his debut for the club. Also playing Wolf again on the right-hand side of the front 3 to give him another opportunity to potentially impress before maybe going out on loan again later in the window. 1-2 with Quinton Timber. To be honest, the second pass was meant for Wharton, but never mind. Dink this over looking for Amura, who's going to bring that down. And he's going to stand it up. And Wolf could be underneath this. Siddiqui is. Wharton, nod this down. Well, the plan was to go to Timber, not to Diarra, but never mind. 7 minutes in. We've shown some attacking intent, but no actual attacking promise. Robbie, the option down the line of Kemsdean Talby. Still again, and he's gotten inside Danny, but Diamande does well. Dino with the ball forward. It's not a great ball, actually. Siddiqui will try and find a teammate here. Here's Adingra. One way then the other. Adingra still. Adingra still. And Henderson with the save. All right, calm down, boys. Sunderland having a couple of efforts in the opening 20 minutes. They need to calm themselves. I need to get better too at the same time. Well, Sunderland are annoying to play against at the minute because they're actually winning the ball back off me really well every time that I try and get forward. I'm always going to be onside if I can play it quickly enough, but I can't play it accurately enough. 40th minute, and well, I've not done anything in this game offensively yet. Sunderland have had a couple of chances and Dino's been drawn into a couple of saves, but it's been a bit of a frustrating one from our point of view. I cannot seem to do much against my former team. Adingra looking to force his way down the right. Malagusto has done really well there. And then I've just overrun it whilst I was looking to see where John Duran was. And now they might be looking to exploit that space. Thankfully, we've been able to recover our shape, and Malagusto steps in again. Get this out to Wolf. We'll get to it first, and does get away from the fullback, looking for the runner, John Duran. Alderete. It wasn't convincing, but it was effective enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Wolf off. He might be 71 rated now. He's grown well, but his passing stats just aren't. They're not there. They're not good enough. So he's not the one, unfortunately, for us at the moment. We will look to send him out on loan on deadline day if we can. I think this game is actually being played on deadline day itself. So we'll drop from this fixture straight into the final 10 hours of deadline day, which weirdly probably started before kickoff, but such is the way that the game is programmed. John Duran look to lift this over the top. Oh, gosh, John Duran can't pass it either, can he? Bloody hell. Get Timber across here to Robbie. Robbie, a bit too strong there. Well up Malagusto just to flick that away. They're going to keep it in play, or they're going to take the throw in because they probably want to make some changes here. I might have just skipped them if they are coming. Here's Noah Siddiqui. In behind Malagusto. Done me from the throw in there. And Adingra, quite happy to show Adingra onto his right. Would rather we don't show Granit Xhaka onto his left. 20 minutes to go. Still 0-0 here at the Stadium of Light. After the draw against Villa. Really don't fancy drawing another one, but at the minute I haven't even had a shot. Siddiqui down the line. Adingra's knackered. Ronaldo chop either way has worked some space though, and he'll earn the corner. And the Sunderland fans feel like they can win this. Triple chains for me. Might be too little too late though with only 5 minutes to go. Are they going to take this shot? They are indeed. Xhaka to Habib Diarra. Diarra going one way, then the other. I don't know what Diamande's doing out there. He should be in the middle really, but Xhaka is delivering it into the middle now. Shepherd has only headed it back towards him, but Diamande gets to that one. Uche can't get to that. Granit Xhaka, brilliant footwork. No, I got a little bit worried there. They might have found the space for a shot. Gusto forward and away. Ezil Zuli across, finding Shepherd. Not really anywhere to go on that left-hand side at the minute, though. Timber looking for Shepherd again, and I've just thrown it away. Well, it's going to be a frustrating draw against Aston Villa, followed by an equally annoying draw against Sunderland as well. 2 points from certainly two games we would have expected at least 4 from. But Sunderland deserve a win from this. They've been that good. I don't deserve anything. I've been really poor in this fixture. Particularly disappointing. At least we got a win in the game against Brighton. But to follow that up with 2-0 nils is really not good enough, quite frankly. If we do have ambitions of being in the Champions League next year via a league finish, then we have to be better than that. Because those sorts of results are not top 4 worthy. I'm not sure where we are in the league now. We might have dropped out of the top 4 with that. We are still 4th, but we're clinging on by 2 points ahead of Liverpool. 6 points clear of Arsenal, so we've got a bit of a gap there. But 8 draws so far this season just isn't good enough, quite frankly. Our defensive record is obviously very solid. Not that much better than Spurs' actually, but still very solid. And we're not necessarily scoring a bucket of goals compared to everybody else. But we need to be scoring more than we have done there. Because, stupid bloody bug. I only want to go across 1, not 7. Screw you. A 0-0 draw against Villa, followed by a 0-0 draw against Sunderland. Not good enough, really. With Manchester United twice and Liverpool coming up in the next month as well. It's not necessarily going to get any easier for us at this particular moment in time. So we do need to improve if we can. Actually, let me add James Wolfe to the loan list because we are looking to... I'm going to look to get him some more loan football if we can. He's in poor form, unfortunately, so I'm not sure whether we'll actually see any interest. Conor Bradley might be on his way to Leipzig, apparently. No massive deals through so far on deadline day. Honorat has just joined West Ham, but that's not necessarily a massive signing, is it, quite frankly? Bradley has left Liverpool now to go to Leipzig. I'd be curious to know who Liverpool are playing at right back, because they don't... 2-year loan to Brentford. Suits me. Suits him and all. I thought Liverpool was starting Conor Bradley at right back, so unless they've signed someone, I think they might be lacking in the fullback area at the moment. Now Valencia have bid for Wolf as well. I mean, maybe Spain might be better suited for him, where it is more pass heavy, and obviously we noted that it was his passing that was lacking from his gameplay. So he'd probably benefit more from a loan spell to Spain than he would do to Brentford. So hopefully he picks the Spaniards. A bid for Shepherd from Swansea, which we are going to reject. Shepherd is certainly getting enough first-team football with us to get him some good growth, hopefully, for the remainder of the season. Wolf rumoured to be going to Brentford, but he's not accepted any deal yet, he says, as he accepts a deal. Now, is that little graphic on deadline day giving us a spoiler as to where he's going? The answer is going to be yes, he's going to Brentford. I wish he'd gone to Valencia, actually. I should have turned down Brentford. Not that you turn down a bid like that. You just want him to... You want him to go out on loan. I couldn't guarantee that I was going to get another one, really, could I, on deadline day? So that's that deal gone through. Really quiet deadline day in terms of big deals. Kusiasara has actually been let go by Bayern now to Monaco for just £2.2 million. Lukaba's now moved. Well, there you go. Lukaba was potentially on our shortlist. We signed Vivian instead, and then they've gone and signed, as if Chelsea want Malo Gusto back. Then Bilbao have gone and signed Lukaba as their backup. Or as their replacement, sorry. I'm pretty sure Lukaba isn't Basque, but when have Bilbao on FC ever stuck to those rules? 2 hours to go on deadline day. And I mean, that's it. That is a really peculiar deadline day where we fully expected some big deals to go through. There have been some medium level deals going through there. And of course, the moment that the transfer window ends, then Arsenal come in for Uche. I don't know, actually. We paid 17. He doesn't start. I'll think about that one. I'm not gonna advance anywhere. I'm gonna wait and see what my live chat reckon to that one after I've finished recording this episode, because I'm not sure about that one. That might be a potential opportunity to sign a significantly better striker for next season if we get Champions League football. We'll wait and see. But for now, let's give you a transfer window roundup for everything that happened in that particular window, and then I can go and give you the Patreon update as well. So Vivian was actually the biggest deal in all of January at 70 million, which is a real surprise. Simakan has moved. He's gone to Spurs. He hadn't actually found a club to go to when we had him on the shortlist. So the three biggest deals this window were all centre-backs. Diaw's moved to Liverpool from Como. That's a big one. Conor Bradley has gone to Leipzig, as we saw. I really don't know who Liverpool are playing at right-back now, to be completely honest. What a dead window. Alex Meret at 31.1 million is like the fifth or sixth biggest deal of the whole window. Sergi Cardona's gone to Brentford. Ben White has gone to Leverkusen. That's an intriguing one from Arsenal. Gustavo Sarr's gone to Borussia Mönchengladbach. I don't know anything about him. Somerville to Club Bruges. Wow. What a dead window! Haj Musa from Feyenoord to Monaco is a top 10 deal for 24.5 million. What a really strange window. We've not had one be that quiet in a very, very long time. Well, I'm going to go and make sure that my spreadsheet is up to date with regards to all of the Patreon players, and then I shall come back to you. So there have been some transfers in that January window. In fact, a handful, actually. Nathan Johnson swapped Brentford for Tottenham. We've seen Thomas Nuss at right back go from PSV to Fulham. Marseille have been very busy. They've signed Damien Reimarkers at centre-back. Ben has swapped Manchester United for Vallecano. They signed Marseille signed free agent Nick at centre-back as well. They also picked up Luke from Cambridge at left-back. Dallas has swapped Blackpool for Celta Vigo in January. We've seen Manchester United sell Daniel to Real Sociedad in January too. We've seen Chelsea swapped for Atletico Madrid for Arnar Pals, and Chelsea swapped for AFC Bournemouth for Matthew Mosley. Huddersfield to Real Betis for Jack Wimperney as well. A move within France for Elliot Stewart from Lorient to Strasbourg. And then a move within Germany for Nick from Schalke to Union Berlin. So quite a few transfers in that window. In fact, it feels like there was more business in the Patreon player market than there was in the actual transfer market, all told, for everybody else. As ever, do feel free to have a closer look at your stats on stream on screen by pausing. If you want to come and join me on stream and have a closer look at your individual player, then by all means do so. I'm going to say hello in live chat and you can do exactly that. Of course, if you want to be a Patreon player in any save, then you can do so by checking out the link in the description. If you'd like to just help financially support the channel at a significantly lower level than the VIP or the big one project tier, then by all means you can do. There are £2 tiers and £5 tiers at the Patreon, as well as the 10, 15, 18, etc. But at the minute, this is where you all sit right now. We'll see a lot more growth and a lot more varied moves and a wider career span for the RTG, of course, when we get to that save, which is obviously going to be multiple seasons as opposed to the 3 or 4 here at Crystal Palace. But things are going really well for us at Palace. In actual fact, this Palace career looks like it's going to be over quicker than we anticipated that it would be, because we've been as successful as we have been. Now, I'm going to go and judge the general consensus about Cristante Zucche in the live chat. But for now, we'll leave it with the bid for him sat live from Arsenal at the moment. Nothing in that particular Youth Scout report, unfortunately. Nothing that we'd be interested in. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as ever so you don't miss out on any more. Come and join me on stream so you can see everything behind the scenes and have your say about things when they happen, like this Uche deal, although I might leave that for the YouTube comment section. I haven't yet decided. But for now, join me in Valencia tonight or back here for Palace tomorrow. Bye-bye.